Okay.
Yes, that time I was only 17 years of age. So I got married a year later. God akani bless na mtoi. Then I got my first son, who is now 19 years of age. Then after that, I got my second baby. So after getting my second pregnancy, those years, it was like 1994, 95, people are not really testing for HIV when you're pregnant. So I got pregnant of my second baby, and when my baby was growing, he got so ill. So we went to the hospital, and the baby was diagnosed with HIV AIDS. That time it was something else, you know, ilikuwa mbaya. Then from there, yes, there was, and you know, there was not a lot of information about it. So you go to Kenyatta, and here the doctors tell you, we want to see you in the nutrition room. Then you go to the nutrition room, and you're wondering, I've been giving my baby everything. You know, I've been giving my baby balanced diet. Now what is all this about? And you go there, and the nurse didn't have anything to tell you because there were no ARVs, there were no treatment that time. And the nurse looked at me and said, you know what, I'm sorry, but have you heard about AIDS? I say yes. The baby is suffering from AIDS. Just like that.
Straight on.
You know, I was, you know, there was no proper counseling. Actually, she just began asking me, what do you give your child? I say, I give my child milk and, you know, and blah, blah. And then I can remember too, you know, have you heard about AIDS? I said yes, and no, my heart was just pumping like, what do you want to tell me? That time I was married young. That was my first boyfriend, was my first husband. I didn't know a man before. Wow. And I'm like, you're talking about AIDS, what about AIDS? Said your child is sick of AIDS, and now we can do nothing about it. You just go home, try to feed your child well. You can imagine umekaa Kenyatta like a week, wanakwambia after a week. It was so painful.
But I thank God for you. How heavy was that?
It was too heavy, Ndema. You can't believe it.
What
you're carrying a, you know, of course it is death. What else? You're just thinking we are all dying. We are all dying, and my husband that time was not around. He was in Mandera. Actually, he had gone on leave, so he was on leave. He was not even around. And I'm getting this information, I'm alone. It was like, Yani, I'm dying. God, I'm really dying. Then I got shocked because something in me told me, you are not going to die.
Wow.
It was shocking. I didn't even know what. When my husband came back from leave, because I called him, that time, kulikuwa na mabooth. Unajua ziko hakukuwa na mobile. Nikaenda tu kwa booth ya mtaani, nikampigia, then I told him, and he didn't look shocked.
He was not shocked?
He wasn't. He was not shocked. He's like, I'm coming.
Wow.
Then I'm like,
what do you mean?
Said, what am I going to do? I'm coming. Then he came, and
what were the conditions then? Where were you staying?
We were staying in a police line. Wow. We were staying in a police Harambe estate. That's where we used to stay. And the guy comes in, and I'm crying, and I'm confused, and the baby's too ill. You don't even know what to do. But I thank God for Jesus. Thank God for Jesus. It wasn't easy that time. He came, and okay, I just told him, now what are we going to do? Nothing. There was nothing to be done. You just take care of your child. And you see your child dying. Yes. It was terrible.
So after he came, you had a conversation?
Yes, you know, you drive to ask. Okay, I knew he had some history, and that's why I tell people to pray for their marriages. Yes. I knew he had some history of women and girls and all these things, because you would see, and you would know that the guy is moving out.
Yes.
But my dad used to tell me just to persevere. Men are like that. Wow. And they're like, me, I will die here, but dad is telling me, you just go back there. Men are like that. He will change. Atabadilika. And you see now, nikangojea badilike, so you see what came to me. But I thank God. I thank God. I thank God.
Okay. So here you are, so you were able to take care of the child. After how long? Okay,
now, it was amazing. The very day that my child was, the very day we were discharged, I remember it was on a Saturday evening.
Yes.
Then that Sunday, Bishop Lai was preaching on TV. And something was just telling me, give your life to Christ. You can imagine, I used to wear buibuis. I used to be a real Muslim. I used to wear like a Muslim. I used to do the Muslim prayers. And something is telling me I should give my life to Christ. And before then, it's like God used to prepare me. That time, your family TV began. So I used to watch Benny Hinn and these miracles. And I would tell my husband, look at what Jesus is doing. And my husband would say, watu wanadanganyana. See, they plan these things. I say, no, they are not planning. This woman was not working. She's not working. I think God was building my faith. And my husband told me I should not be watching.
You are at a place where you needed a miracle.
And that one is before. It was even before.
Oh,
it was
even
before the sickness came. It's amazing. I just loved family TV for reasons I don't even know. But I would watch Benny Hinn and I would say, hizi miracles ziko, hizi vitu ni real. Unaona mtu amekam, alikuwa tembei, ameombewa. Then I think God was just building my faith. Yes, so when he spoke to me, I remembered Benny Hinn.
So here you are, you're watching.
Are you getting it?
Yes. So here you are, you're watching Pastor Lai.
Now I'm in the house.
Yes.
I'm carrying my little baby. I was discharged like last night. Then I've come home. And now the thing that is going through my mind is Benny Hinn first. And then Family Glory comes on KTN.
Yes.
And now I'm watching Bishop Lai. And it was 1999. I'll never forget. Bishop Lai had a crusade in Uhuru Park that time. Then I'm watching Bishop Lai there. And my husband now is on his way coming, my ex, you know.
Yes.
Then I'm watching him and he was preaching a very powerful sermon. I can't remember the sermon. But I was too ready to give my life to Christ.
Wow.
Yes.
At that point.
Yes, now I'm just getting my baby and I'm saying, this God that I saw Benny Hinn preach, and people are getting it, and people are saying, I had cancer, I was not breathing. This God is able to do it. He is able. There is a God that is able to do. And that thing came into me so strongly. And I remember when this guy now arrived, I was saved. And anipatamisha okoka.
How did you do it? Did you pray?
He just said on TV, you know, Bishop Lai used to say, repeat after me.
Yes.
Then he said he has a crusade at Uhuru Park. Ujaniona na mtoi kwa mgongo.
Boss, wende ule mwenda.
Ala na buibui. And it was raining heavily. Na kamwavuli. And then I got saved again. 2 times, because now I wanted the real thing. Uyu Christ aingetu yani kabisa. Yes.
So ready.
I was so ready and I had faith of healing. I don't even know how. But I knew, Zainab, you are not going to die. Actually, when this man came back home, I looked at his face and said, you better give your life to Christ. Missy die.
What did he tell you?
And it's like he doesn't have anything to say. Of course he has amekosea. Of course he knew he was the one. Na sio anakucheki tu zile za okay now. Mi sitaki kuokoka sai. Kama mbawe mi itabidi tu. I don't know why these words were coming out of my mouth. I was telling him, if you are not giving your life to Christ, you will die. But mi si die. Mi sikufe. Hiyo tu ilikuwaga kabisa.
So wewe huyo umeenda crusade.
Sasa mimi nimebeba mtoi na mavuli nimeenda crusade. Bishop Lai ameita otako, nimeenda tena, nimesave tena. Then I can hand kwa Bishop Arthur Kitonga. He's my spiritual father to date.
Wow.
Yes. Akani hand over, watu wale waliokoka wakapelekwa Redeemed, so mimi nika join Redeemed Huruma. I used to go there. Hapo ndo nimegrow ya faith yangu. Hapo ndio Bishop alini baptize. Hapo ndio alini ordain. Hapo ndio alini send out. I grew in faith. I went to Bible college. Then, the amazing thing is, Miss Kujua vile God alini call.
No. Unapeleka story mbio sana.
Umeruka huko mbele.
Serious.
Wacha tuendelee na mtoto. So umeokoka, you came home.
Yes.
Did you tell your parents? Did you tell?
Yes, and then, you know, to me it was like, I remember I called my friend who's a doctor. She's a nurse. Nikaenda kwa booth nikamcall. Kamba Sophie, hivi ndo nimeambiwa. She was so shocked na naongea tu ni kama
you okay?
Ananiambia, Zainab, are you really serious? Nikamwambia mimi hivyo ndo doc amenishow. And I'm believing God that I'm not gonna die. But it was not easy.
Hold it right there. We'll be coming back with Reverend Zainab. And we want to understand a number of things. One of the things is, how long did this baby survive?
Yeah.
Is this baby still alive today? That's one. Number 2, did she test herself? Did she discover that she has also HIV AIDS? And what happened to this husband? And how did, after salvation, how was it to the family, especially the entire Muslim, fraternity? So when we come back right here on Tukusa Tonkwa.
Amen.